There are things in space that make hell sound merciful, a world where the rain could slice through you like microscopic blades. Another where metal evaporates into the sky and falls back down as iron rain. There are planets orbiting the radioactive corpse of a dead star. There is a star that once cracked open and released, in a fraction of a second, more energy than our sun produces in hundreds of thousands of years, and none of those things are number one. Because the most disturbing thing on this list is almost completely invisible. It doesn't glow, it doesn't announce itself. And according to astronomers, millions of them may be wandering through our galaxy right now. This is not a list about aliens. There are no monsters here. Nothing you're about to see hates you. And somehow, that makes it worse. These are 7 of the most terrifying places in the known universe. Number 7. Let's begin with something beautiful. From a distance, HD 1899733b is blue, deep cobalt blue, almost like Earth. For a few seconds, you could look at it and convince yourself that somewhere beneath those clouds there are oceans, maybe islands, maybe something familiar. You would be catastrophically wrong. HD 1897733b lies roughly 63 light-years away. It's a gas giant larger than Jupiter, orbiting so close to its star that 1 year there lasts only about 2.2 Earth days. But the truly disturbing part is its weather. Those beautiful blue clouds appear to contain silicate particles, glass, and the winds can reach roughly 400 miles per hour, about 2 kilometers every second. So picture the sky. Not gently raining, not storming, but blasting molten hot particles of glass almost sideways through the atmosphere at several times the speed of sound. There is nowhere to hide, no solid ground beneath you, no calm eye of the storm, just an enormous blue atmosphere screaming around an alien star. Earth taught us to associate blue with water, with sky, with life. HD 1897733b is a reminder that the universe does not care about our associations. Sometimes blue means paradise. Sometimes blue means death by a billion cuts. Number 6. 41 light-years away is a planet called 55 Cancri. And this one feels less like a planet, and more like something caught halfway through being created or destroyed. It's almost twice Earth's diameter, rocky, massive, and it circles its star from a distance of only about 1.4 million miles. For comparison, Mercury is tens of millions of miles from our Sun. 55 Cancri E is so close to its star that it may be tidally locked, one hemisphere condemned to eternal daylight, the other facing an endless night. But rocky planet is almost misleading here, because much of its surface is thought to be molten. Not a volcano, not a lava lake, an entire landscape potentially dominated by a bubbling ocean of magma. Recent observations with the James Webb Space Telescope have made the planet even stranger. Scientists found evidence suggesting that 55 Cancri may actually possess an atmosphere on a world hot enough to melt its own surface. And one possibility is especially eerie. The atmosphere may be continuously rebuilt by gases escaping from the magma beneath it. Think about what that means. The planet is cooking itself. Its interior bleeds gas into the sky. The sky loses material to space, and the world keeps replacing it from below. Again, and again, and again. Earth has an atmosphere resting above its oceans. 55 Cancri may have an atmosphere being exhaled by an ocean of liquid rock, a planet slowly breathing its own interior into space. Number 5. The 5th place is different, because here the horror isn't the planet, it's the thing in the middle. Roughly 2,000 light-years away lies PSR B57+12, a pulsar, the corpse of a massive star. Long ago, a star died here. Its core collapsed until an enormous amount of matter was compressed into something roughly the size of a city. What remained spins, and as it spins, it sweeps powerful beams of radiation across space like a cosmic lighthouse. But somehow, there are planets orbiting it. 3 known worlds. They have names that feel almost too appropriate. Draugr, Poltergeist, Phobator. These were among the first exoplanets humanity ever discovered. And what we found wasn't another solar system. We found a cemetery. The planets are exposed to radiation and high-energy particles from the dead star at the center. There would be no warm sunrise here. No gentle yellow sun climbing over a horizon. Your sun would be the collapsed remains of something that already exploded. Number 4. At number 4, the weather becomes almost absurd. WASP-76b lies around 640 light-years from Earth. It is a gigantic planet locked so tightly to its star that the same hemisphere permanently faces the light. One side lives beneath an eternal day, the other beneath an eternal night. On the daytime hemisphere, temperatures rise above 2,400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to vaporize metals, including iron. So iron rises into the atmosphere as vapor. Winds transport it toward the darker side of the planet. The temperature falls, and the iron condenses. Then it rains. Not water, not acid, metal. Liquid iron falling out of an alien sky. Imagine standing near the border between day and night. Behind you, a hemisphere hot enough to vaporize metal. Ahead of you, a darker world where that metal begins to condense and fall. There is no comfortable side. There is only a choice between different mechanisms of destruction. And maybe that's what makes WASP-76b so disturbing. Because when humans imagined hell, we gave it fire. The universe was more creative. It made weather out of molten iron. Number 3. Eventually, temperature stops meaning anything. 400 degrees, 1,000, 2,000. Numbers stop creating images in your head. So let me put Kelt 9b another way. This planet is hotter than some stars. Located roughly 670 light-years away, Kelt 9b is an ultra-hot gas giant nearly 3 times the mass of Jupiter. Its year lasts approximately 1.5 Earth days. It circles its star so closely that its day side reaches temperatures of around 4,300 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, the chemistry we're familiar with begins to collapse. Molecules on the day side can literally be torn apart by the heat, and its star is bombarding the planet with so much radiation that the planet's atmosphere is being stripped away. Kelt 9b is not merely hot, it is being dismantled. Slowly, from the outside, imagine seeing it from a safe distance, a massive planet glowing beside a blue-white star, its atmosphere bloated, material escaping into space. A giant world being cooked so violently that even the bonds between molecules struggle to survive. No oceans, no rain, no mountains, nothing resembling the environments that shaped the human mind. Just matter pushed toward its limits. We tend to think of planets as permanent objects, ancient, stable, massive enough to feel eternal. Kelt 9b reminds us that planets can die too, and some of them die slowly, while their star peels them apart. Number 2. Now we leave planets behind, because planets are no longer frightening enough. About 50,000 light-years away lies SGR 180620, a magnetar, a type of neutron star with an almost incomprehensibly powerful magnetic field. The remains of a star compressed into an object only a few tens of kilometers across. But on December 27th, 2004, something happened there. Its crust cracked, a star quake, and the universe screamed. Radiation from the explosion crossed tens of thousands of light years and reached Earth. In just the first 0.2 of a second, The event released roughly as much energy as our sun radiates in 250,000 years, 0.2 of a second, 200 milliseconds. A blink takes longer. The flare was so intense that instruments observing gamma rays were overwhelmed. And remember, this thing was on the other side of our galaxy, not next door, not a neighboring star, tens of thousands of light years away. Had an event of similar magnitude occurred sufficiently close to Earth, the consequences for our atmosphere could have been catastrophic, and that introduces a different kind of cosmic horror, because SGR 180620 didn't collide with anything. It didn't swallow a planet. It didn't explode as a supernova. The crust moved. That's it. A small rearrangement on the surface of a dead star released an amount of energy that becomes almost meaningless when written as a number. Imagine an object the size of a city, capable of affecting a planet from tens of thousands of light years away. The universe does not need to build something enormous to build something powerful. Sometimes it compresses the nightmare. Number 1. And now we arrive at number 1. Not the hottest, not the biggest, not the most violent, the most disturbing, because everything else on this list gives you something to look at. A blue planet, a magma ocean, a dead star, iron rain, a magnetar. Number 1 gives you darkness. Astronomers estimate that there may be around 100 million stellar mass black holes wandering among the stars of the Milky Way. Many were born when massive stars exploded. If the explosion was asymmetric, the remaining black hole could receive a gravitational kick and begin traveling through the galaxy alone. No companion star required, no glowing surface, no giant sign announcing what it is. Just several times the mass of our sun compressed into darkness, moving through interstellar space. For years, isolated black holes were extraordinarily difficult to find, precisely because black holes emit no light of their own. We detect them indirectly, through what their gravity does to everything else. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has produced evidence for an isolated stellar remnant moving through the Milky Way thousands of light years away. And estimates suggest the nearest isolated black hole could potentially be on the order of only dozens of light years from us. That does not mean one is coming toward Earth. Statistically, an encounter with our solar system is extraordinarily unlikely, but that's not what makes them terrifying. What makes them terrifying is that they exist at all. Dark objects, invisible unless the universe behind them gives them away. Wandering between stars for millions or billions of years. A black hole does not need to hunt anything. It has no intention, no hunger, no mind. If one passed through the wrong region of a planetary system, gravity alone could alter orbits and turn a stable arrangement of worlds into chaos. And after it left, it would continue traveling. No anger, no satisfaction, no awareness that anything had happened. That, to me, is far more disturbing than any monster humanity has invented. A monster acknowledges you, the universe doesn't, and maybe that is the darkest realization hidden inside every place on this list. And somewhere beyond the tiny warm island where humanity evolved, nature operates at scales where words like violent, hostile, and terrifying almost stop making sense. Because hostility requires intent. The universe has none, and yet it created all of this. So the next time you look at the night sky and think it looks peaceful, remember something. Peace is what the universe looks like from very far away. Good night.